Hello, everyone, and welcome to Married to Survivor with Joleen Xchel. It's Monday night. Tonight, we made this live available for everyone to see, so you can see what you're missing if you are not currently a supporter on Patreon. So we offer certain exclusive content on Patreon. This is one of them every Monday. Xchel and I got my husband into Survivor to the point where he's watching more seasons than I am. So we go back, we watch former seasons of Survivor, and then we come together Monday nights at 7:30 Pacific, right after 90 Day with Nana, and we recap it here with you for Patreon only. But today, it's like when HBO used to go, hey, do you want to have a little free HBO for the weekend? And then they lure you in to Patreon. I'm also doing, or into HBO, but I'm luring you to Patreon. You know what I mean. I'm also doing the Circle recaps. Season 2 on Netflix right now. I got 2 episodes up of that. That's been really fun. So
is it live on your Patreon?
It's live on my Patreon.
Whoa. So if I join today, I could have access to those?
Yeah. Wow. If you join today, you can have access to my first 2 Circle recaps. I got more coming.
Which episode are you on?
I just watched episode 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to be doing reviews of those.
I want them now, though.
I'll probably try to sneak it in tonight.
You mean while I have my chemistry homework?
Okay, he'll do his chemistry homework, and then I will do I got to get my own computer. As soon as we move, we said we're each going to have our own computer, and we're going to have...
Because you've been calling your computer. That's our weekly update.
Our computer.
We're fighting over the computer. I want to sit and look at Facebook. No, I want to sit and
Neither
look at Facebook.
of us look at Facebook. Let's be honest. You look
Instagram.
at Reddit. I look at Twitter. I look at... What else do I look at?
I want to watch the shows on the computer.
Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of ways. Ben loves the Circle. Ben, you're so cute. Ben says, I'll ask my parents for an early birthday present. Okay,
oh,
Ben.
Nice. To save our marriage. That
yes,
good.
There you go. He's going to ask to save our marriage.
Yeah, get a new computer.
Join Patreon.
Oh,
That's
one.
What he
Patreon.
Meant. I don't think he was going to ask his parents to buy us.
I thought he was cool.
A desktop. So welcome, you guys. Make sure you hit that like on the way in. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So what Xchel and I are doing on Mondays, the first season we're starting with for Married to Survivor, because unfortunately for Xchel, when he married me, he also married Survivor. But now, like I said, he likes it almost more than I do.
I think I married reality TV when I married you.
You did.
Yeah.
You definitely did. So we are watching Cook Islands, which is season 13. So if you want to rewatch it with us, that's super awesome and fun. Last Monday, we did episodes 1 and 2, and we broke them down. I even take notes for this one, you guys. You guys know I'm not a note taker. I'm an ADHD. I should take notes, but I'm all over the place because then I feel trapped by the notes. But I actually like taking notes during Survivor.
Yeah, they keep you on schedule. And I know last week we kind of went, for me, a little bit longer than what I would like to have done, just because I think that we were talking about everything but the show.
This guy, Xchel, you're so organized, because when I go live with Busy, we'll go for 3 hours. Miranda, 3 hours. You're like Sarah. You're organized, and I need those kind of people in my life.
Yeah.
So it's a nice balance.
It sounded like it was about to be an insult, but then it was a positive.
If I compare you to Sarah, that's a huge compliment. Or if I compare Sarah to you as well.
That's why I said it turned into a really good thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it was before, it was like, I talk with these people all the time. It's a great time. And then you, it's good. It's like Sarah.
It's like Sarah. It's like, and then you are, no, we're still married. We're still in love. Yeah, we're just doing the dang thing.
Did you do quotations for love?
I didn't do quotations.
Okay, good.
I did like regular love. Okay. So we're watching, like I said, Cook Island, season 13. Tonight we're going to be recapping episodes 3 and 4.
Whoa.
That means next week we'll be recapping 5 and 6. So
Whoa.
There is a link in the chat for the Patreon, but you can just search Joleen Xchel on Patreon and you'll see my tiers of support, and you'll see the perks that you get. Okay.
Ben is offering help, and I would like to say thank you. He said if we need any help, he'll fact check stuff. He'll be the encyclopedia.
Please, Ben. Okay, producer Ben. So for the Married to Survivor podcast, Ben has just been upgraded to producer. Producer Ben.
What do you get?
Well, can you help me get the stain off my shirt?
Wow, you're so lucky.
No, you get the title of producer Ben.
Whoa.
Of the Married to Bravo podcast.
Where?
You can go to school and tell all your friends.
Do it right now.
How do I do it?
I don't know. You said you would do that.
No, but I mean, like, it's like producer Linda. She's the producer of 90 Day with Nana.
Got it.
So Ben is the producer
It's just you're offering all this stuff, and I would feel like if you offered that to me, I would really appreciate it.
He's a
producer.
He's a producer now. All right. So, like I said, Cook Islands. You're currently watching China. You already got through it.
Yeah, I'm on China.
I started watching the China episodes you were watching.
They have a lunch lady. I'm all about this.
I like that lunch lady.
They had a lady that was a Christian radio talk show host.
Mm-hmm.
She freaked out. She wanted her Bible.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying China, but I'm only about halfway through the season.
Oh, thanks, Jamie B. Yeah, make sure you hit the like and subscribe here and on Patreon. Oh, Jamie B, you're so sweet. All right, let's get into it. So episode 3 was, the title was Flirting with Frustration.
Yep.
And it starts off, we're coming off of the Billy, me and Candace, our MFEO, made for each other in love.
Sizist Survivor.
Xchel believes that Survivor was being sizist in laughing at Billy because they didn't quite know all the facts, but they just didn't believe that Candace could be in love
because of
Billy,
what he looks like.
Because of what he looks like. That's what Xchel was saying, that it's a classic case of sizeism. And yeah, so that's what we're going with. But Billy,
I'm going with that. You don't have to go with that.
I'm not going with that.
Got it.
I'm going to go with that. He just was saying cuckoo stuff throughout. And he thought he could like make the camp, and he was just hitting bamboo against a tree. I just think
that's
Billy,
how he was edited, though.
That's how he was edited. I just think he's one of those people where he's not, he's like, I identify with metal, bro. Like, I'm metal. And he just isn't, I don't think he wasn't socially on the level of the other people.
So we're continuing last week's conversation now.
Well, it goes.
I like Billy.
I liked him fine. He's in the metal, whatever. We're coming back from him being voted off, and the pro volleyball dude, JP, I think that's his name.
The hot guy won.
He can't believe that Candace was in love with Billy. He brings it up when they're back at camp.
Nobody can, because he's hot and Billy was not.
But Billy's hot to someone. Hot is subjective, but like traditionally hot.
Billy is the movie The Hottie and the Naughty.
Is he the hottie or the naughty?
He's the naughty, and JP is the hottie.
JP, we'll get into it, but he's annoying me.
Yeah. Well, he's like, he's fit, so I think he's God's gift to everybody kind of thing.
Yeah, he thinks he
And
is.
in Survivor, if you are a powerhouse in the competitions, then you kind of lounge around like a gladiator in the Coliseum. Where you're just like, hey, I'm resting now. I win all the time.
That's what JP ends up doing, and we'll get to that when we get to that part. But he starts to, that's exactly like him. And Ben says, yeah, JP was irritating but hot. Well, you know what? You need more JP than just your hotness. But then he had this moment.
You need to stop slapping balls and start reading them.
I literally thought of slapping balls, not like boom, bump, set, spike.
I was trying to make the joke of both.
Okay, that was good. Double entendre. Yeah. High five, brah.
Thanks.
High five.
Thanks. When you called it out, it ruined it.
Marriage. Okay, then we go to Cowboy, and Cowboy is such a character this season. And Cowboy is pissing off his tribe even more.
Why?
He's making comments about immigrating to this country and about war and about opportunity. And he was basically saying his friends who immigrate here, and they're like, I'm doing it for my kids. And they're like, well, how old are your kids? And they're like 15, 16. He's like, oh, they'll be in Iraq. And the people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. But in Cowboy's defense, he was around during the Vietnam War. He remembers, I ain't no senator's son. It ain't me. Because he's like, unless you're a senator's kid or a rich kid, you might be drafted into the army. So who sings that song? It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one.
It's on the top of my tongue, but I can't think of it.
Me.
It's called Fortunate Son. They play it in all the movies.
They do.
It was Donald Trump's rally song.
It was. It was.
It was by, they did Proud Mary too. They did a cover of Proud Mary.
Okay. Yeah. It'll come to us. It's like classic rock. It's not Neil Young. It's not Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
No, it was a group. And they did
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, CCR.
Yes,
good job.
If Nana was here, she'd be so proud of me.
Nice,
rock on. So he basically is quoting that song, and that was the time he came up in. And like Yul said early in this season, he thinks it's a generational thing.
Yep.
But Cowboy just keeps making like these racist jokes and stuff that the people, when they're broken up via their race, via culturally, they're like, you can't make Asian jokes, like you're just perpetuating stuff we don't want. And he's like, no, you got to own it. So it's just different ideals with Cowboy.
That's how my mom does jokes. She does that stuff.
She does do that.
She's like, you got to own those jokes, and it's generational. Because
she wanted you to do like more Mexican jokes for stand-up.
Yeah, but I could totally see why.
Oh my gosh. Also, shout out to our newest members here on the YouTube, Realification and Evelyn. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, sexy Yul. Do you think he's a sexy man, right?
He won sexiest man because of that, but he's just so cut that he's just like emanating sex appeal.
Sexiest man?
At the end, they did.
Don't tell me.
No.
Spoiler.
At the end, they showed a magazine that they said he won sexiest man on Survivor.
I mean, he's pretty hot.
He's pretty hot.
Oh
and
my
he's
God.
The only thing is he's single, which is weird. Something's going on there.
Well, he's not single anymore.
Well, of course he's not anymore, but back then, a hot guy like that running around single, something's going on.
Well, he was only 31. Maybe
31 and single? Something's wrong.
That's because I snatched you up at 25. I was like, give it to me.
Yeah, you were 30, and you're like...
I was 29.
30, and you were...
I was 29. I was 29.
Which is close enough to 30, which is what you do near my birthday.
That's
it's like
true.
2 months away, and you're like, you're the next age now.
I do that. But Yul is so much sexier than Colby. For so many seasons, we had to deal with Colby so hot. Yul is hotter. I now have seen Ozzy's wiener in porn, so I can't like.
I don't like this.
He puts it on his Twitter. I don't watch the porn.
Oh, got it.
Me and Ina and Miranda found it one time.
Got it.
While we were live.
Oh, okay.
I do still think Ozzy's attractive.
I was looking at porn too, and I saw a bunch of boobs. How does that make you feel?
It was on his Twitter. Have you ever noticed that when you're on Twitter, all of a sudden it'll be like, wiener just will pop up?
I'm not on Twitter.
You're not?
I'm not trying to get divorced.
Yeah. Okay.
Unlike you.
Right. We're going to try not to get divorced. Oh my gosh, Xchel, I didn't know you were just so sensy about this. All right. So Cowboy is continuing to piss off his tribe mates. Mm-hmm. And then Rero, was that how you say their name? Rero.
Yeah.
Rero, I phonetically wrote it in my notes. Rero, they're like, we get an early challenge, and they're feeling confident. Mm-hmm. They're feeling and they're still broken up through like the white tribe, the African American tribe, the Asian tribe, and the Latin tribe. Mm-hmm. That's basically how they're broken up.
Yep.
So they go to the challenge. It's earlier than usual. Yul returns from Exile Island, and we all know Zaddy Yul's got himself an idol.
Yeah, because he's the smartest guy there, and he's just like, he read half a clue, and he was like, oh, I know where this is at, and he just started digging.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Where Jonathan's like, where is it?
I know. Jonathan was like standing in the middle of the A, and he was like, maybe if I touch the A with both my hands, then it will appear.
Jonathan's a little goofy.
He's silly.
And with his little fedora. Okay, so Yul returns, and then Jeff says, drop your buffs. I'm like, drop your buffs? It's episode 3, Jeff. Calm your boner.
I know. This is getting too sexy. I know Ozzy was in porn, but not now, Jeff.
Not now. Ozzy will literally take that literally, and he will drop it off. So then Jeff decides to integrate the tribes.
Which is smart.
You do? You think it's smart?
Oh, yeah, because the African American tribe didn't have a lot of strength. They had a lot of brain. And so therefore, if the Latin tribe didn't throw it, they would have lost that.
They would have lost that last one.
Yeah, they would have, because they were in third place on that one.
Yeah, and I guess, yeah, because we're seeing some real like athletic bros popping up on these other tribes. Yeah. But I feel like Nate is an athletic guy, but who they got rid of first? They only had 2 guys.
I think his name is Sekou.
Sekou.
Thank you.
Sekou. He was not that athletic.
No, he had strength, but like in bursts. He didn't have it like long term like the volleyball player.
Exactly. So then they decide to integrate, and here's what happens is everyone grabs a tile.
I like that.
And then whoever has the X tiles are the captains. And then they get to choose their teams. Mm-hmm. So it's Cecilia and Parvati start.
And it's one girl, one boy. The boy has to choose a girl, and the girl has to choose a boy.
Yeah, first they do the girls, then they move on to having the guys pick. So the first is Cecilia and Parvati. They start choosing, and then they have to choose something not represented in their current tribe. Mm-hmm. So it still has to be culturally diverse.
Yep.
But it's not just strictly one race or another on the tribe. Then 4 captains. So then the guys step up, and then the guys pick, and then the 4 captains pick eggs. This is quite elaborate.
Yeah.
They pick eggs and they squeeze them, and you'll either get red or blue. And then the blues go together.
That's cool.
And the reds, right?
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah, me too.
This is a very
great call by Survivor to mix the groups already.
Yeah.
Because it was headed in a direction where it felt like one tribe would be demolished and the others would be well represented.
That's what I like about Survivor is they're almost more expect the unexpected than Big Brother is. And that's Big Brother's tagline.
Yeah.
So it's like so annoying.
I know. They have like so many trap doors where it's just like if something's going a certain way, they'll totally change it completely.
And I love that about them because just surprise us. Who cares? This is very interesting. So basically the tribes are now split up. There's a blue. So Rero becomes the blue tribe. And that consists of Parvati, Jenny, Kristina, Rebecca, Stephanie, Brad, JP, Nate, and Adam. So it's very, very mixed. And then we have the Red Tribe, which is the I2 tribe. And they become the I2 tribe because I2 was formerly a tribe. And it is Jessica, Cecilia, Sandra, Becky, Candace, Jonathan, Yule, and Ozzy, and Cowboy.
Yeah.
Just add Parvati to that, and then they're iconic. I mean, well, there's a lot of iconic players this season, I feel like.
Both sides had them.
Both sides have really good. So the tribes have kind of like a feast. They go off to their new camps. They don't get, I think Jeff should have given them, I know it's only episode 3, but he should have, a lot of times when they do kind of merge or integrate things, they get some kind of feast or a basket. Give them a little wine. Give them something to open up.
Is a way for everybody to be like, hey, look, we can eat. That's so great. We like each other right now. Where before it's like all suspicion and I don't like you and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly. Ebony says, I forgot all about this season. I hate when they have too many tribes and they're too small. Exactly. Because I couldn't remember all of them. Now it's blue and red. It's I2 and Rero. I can remember that.
Yeah.
It's Parvati's tribe and Yule's tribe. I got it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can figure that out. Okay. So they talk and then Parvati says, we're back to America. We're back to a melting pot. So people are happy.
It seemed the most people worried about the race thing were the white people.
They were, because the one wanted to say go whites or something, and they
who
were
said
like,
that?
It was one of the first episodes. I think it might have been Flicka, where she was like, I was going to say go whites or something. They're like,
we should have said white power, and then we were like, what? What?
Oh my Flicka! Oh my gosh, with the dreads and now this.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Flicka.
What did I say? What?
I know. Well, I'm surprised that someone didn't. Well, they'd probably edit that out. Yeah. But okay. So then speaking of Flicka, then we go over to I2, and Flicka and Cowboy are happy because they've teamed up
they seem like they have similar souls,
right?
Yeah,
so they're both on the same wavelength of just kind of like,
and Flicka didn't really get along with the whites, so she was kind of feeling a little crusty over there.
You say Flicka didn't get along with the whites.
Yeah.
Flicka did not get along with the whites.
And even Jonathan was trying to pull her back in and be like, we're in this together. Yes. And she was like, stop touching me.
She did not like that, because before that happens, Cecilia brings up the Billy comment at Tribal.
They want to find out from Candace what this I love you thing is, so that they could continue to laugh at him.
Aw, Chell does not like
sizeism.
No, or people getting laughed at.
No. See, that's why I wouldn't be good for Survivor, because I'd hang out with all the outcasts and I'd be like, it's okay, buddy.
You would be a fan favorite.
You're doing a great job.
You would win the Sia. Do you know Sia now gives money?
She does?
You love Sia.
I would like to meet her.
To her favorite players, Chell.
I would like to meet her.
She's come. You have to tell, you guys, put it in the chat. Tell Chell that he needs to send in a video for Survivor.
Well, I would only do that. And then at the end is like, this is my way to write in Hollywood, because it feels like that's how that one guy got it that one time I saw an episode of.
Oh, what's his name? Ben, producer Ben, we need your help on this one. What's his name? Carlton?
Who was the young kid that at reunion said, I guess my dream is to be a writer, and he left his lawyer job. He's come back a lot. And then he started writing for, I think it was the Millers.
Yeah.
So who's that guy? Because that's what I would do. I'd be like, my dream is to be a writer, Jeff.
Not Mike, but Mike is a writer. There's a lot of writers on the show, but this guy came in not being a writer. And then at the reunion, they were like, how are you doing? He's always in the audience. He's like, what is his name? It starts with a C or something. Anyways.
Chell.
It's not Chell. Your name starts with an X.
Sorry.
It's not Mike White. He wasn't, you guys.
Chell.
He's iconic.
He's a young kid. He was young.
I haven't seen all the seasons. I think he might
favorite. Let the audience take care of it. Let's just keep going.
We'll let you guys guess. Yeah. He's been on quite a few seasons. He's that nerdy guy that he's always in the audience at the reunions, and they're like, oh, there's.
You've basically given all the clues.
Cimarron or whatever his name is.
Let them find it now. You're like, basically, who's that guy that comes on the 25th of December, big white beard, all red, has reindeer?
Santa. He would be too nice, like my husband, so they would vote. Cochran. Thank you, Joshua. It's Cochran.
Got it.
So Cochran got a writing job off it, and Chell saw that and was like,
that's your way in. It's no longer doing jokes in front of people. No. You got to go on Survivor. You got to backstab some people, and you got to eat some weird shit.
Yep, that's all you have to do.
That's how you got to be a writer.
So Ebony says you'd be too nice. Hollywood. You'd be too nice, and they would vote him all the way out. Sorry, husband Joleen. Yeah, Chell.
Ebony, I disagree with you. I can be mean. I can be like, look at that nice person over there. just relaxing. I hope they're enjoying their day.
But you would just get that Sia money. Just be yourself, be chill, and then Sia would be like, I love this guy. And then maybe she'll hire you to write.
I would drop clues so she would give me the money. I'd be like, do you guys ever hang from a chandelier? And then I'd look at the camera and be like,
see ya.
And then that's what I would say every time I'd leave. See ya.
See ya later. Get it? Okay. All right. We have taken it to a really fun
Please
spot.
meet me.
Please meet me. Please pay me and meet me. Okay. So then Candace is like, oh, no. I didn't mean it like that. She doesn't say it. She doesn't laugh at him. She was like, oh no, I made him feel like I loved him. No, I just meant like he felt uncomfortable. And then I said, we love you over here. And
that's
they were
a white thing to do,
oh my God. It is?
Yeah. To be like, I love you. And I think like for Billy's perspective, he probably doesn't hear that a lot because his family doesn't share that unless they really mean it, you know?
Oh, so you're saying
it's like a white girl thing. Like, I love you. And you're like, oh, cool.
That is very LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it would be like, oh my God, love you so much. Because that happened when we were in LA. And I was like, does she really love me? Because I don't barely know her.
You better not.
So weird right now.
I was just being funny. Am I being really weird?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I was just like,
I'm sorry.
No,
I was
you're
just being funny.
You're adorable and fine.
Okay.
But that makes sense though, that he would maybe take it.
See, that's what I think. It's just cultural difference right there.
If that happened to you,
I've lived with you long enough to not want a white woman's love.
I'm the last white lady love you'll ever want.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I got it.
Perfect.
Now if someone yells I love you, you're like, don't put that on me.
Get off of me. All right. Good to know. We're doing really well. All right.
Yeah.
So then Parvati divulges her flirting strategy. So this is Parvati's first season. And now this is something that will follow her through many other seasons about how she is able to kind of manipulate guys with this flirting strategy.
I was hoping she'd be like Janelle and your big brother, where she'd be like, I'm going to flirt. But then they'd show like a really smart version of her, like playing chess or like doing something
Give
different.
her a better, but there's no chess there.
I know, but like then it just showed her just flirting. So I was kind of hoping for that kind of.
You wanted to see her flirting and then doing algebra in the sand.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Be like, anyways, the Pythagorean theorem.
You guys know about Planck's constant or equilibrium and reactions? Product favored versus reactant favored. What's spontaneous and non-spontaneous?
You lost me already. But yeah, she should have.
That's Chem 102.
She should have. Okay, so you're doing Chem right now.
Yeah.
So you're just like saying things.
Yeah.
Great. So she says she's going to lure him into the web, being Nate.
Yep.
Trap him there, and then suck his blood.
Yep.
And so this is how she got kind of that Black Widow. And then you saw, or I don't know. Yeah.
See, I thought this was the season that she just created the all-girl alliance, but that didn't happen. That was later on in a different season.
Yes, but she is just known for kind of playing dudes.
It did plant seeds.
It did plant seeds into her other.
Now she was in a recent one. Winners at War.
Winners at War, yeah.
Okay, was she able to be flirty, or was she like too mommy to be flirty?
It's funny because she's on a different level now, because now she's married and has a kid and all this stuff.
Yoga all the time.
Yes. Yeah. However, she still has that personality that people are really drawn to her. So
it's the smile.
Yeah, she has a very inviting smile, but she's also very beautiful.
It's all like teeth.
It is all teeth. She had a guy, one of the guys, the younger winners, they were like, that's my she was my favorite back in the day. So people were still into her. I think the guys
smiles like this.
She does. She's able to do bottom and top. I've always wanted to do that. I can't do it.
I can't.
We look like psychos.
Yeah, see, when I do it, I look.
Yeah, we look like psychos.
I think Chel's trying to eat me.
It's zombie Chel. But yeah, so Parvati, when she went back to Winners at War, I mean, she kind of worked with Rob. She did. I mean, men still wanted to be near her. She's never going to have that issue, but she wasn't as openly flirty. Obviously, she has a husband and a kid.
Yeah,
it's a different game.
Well, you can't do that. Well, I don't know. Like, if that's her game and I'm her husband and I've known her to be that, I trust her enough to be like, you could flirt if you want.
But I think there's a point where you just kind of might grow out of it. You might be like bored with it. You're like, I know this will work.
I don't even placate men anymore.
Placate. Oh yeah. And like, it'll already work because it's naturally in me that dudes just want to be around me.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. Yeah. That's how I am. It's just like, oh my God, men just want to be around me all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's why I created the pandemic. I was like, I got to get Joleen away from those other dudes.
Keep her inside. Keep her inside. Okay. So then an alliance forms between Yul, Jonathan, Candace, Becky, and then Jonathan offers up Flicka. And like you said, Flicka wasn't having it.
Yeah. Flick was like, yeah, okay, dude. Yeah, why don't you call me? No, you know what? I'll have my people call you. You have your people call me, and we'll see what happens.
That is not her style of play, because she basically says that she's not there for money. She's there for an experience.
Well, I think the way Jonathan played it, or at least it was edited, was like it was super creepy, because it was like
and
trying
he grabbed
to hold
her.
his hand.
He was like, right, you're in with me.
Yeah, like weird. It was weird, because it was like, hey, right, we're gonna do this together, right, me and you. Mm-hmm.
We didn't do that, but that was nice. Smelling her hair. Is that 13-day-old suave in your hair?
Is that patchouli? I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. She would smell like patchouli. She totally would. So then Yul opens up to Becky, because that's his main alliance at this point. They decided that they are like,
they're gonna stick together.
Yeah. That he found an idol.
Yeah.
Do you think that was smart of him to open up to her?
You have to trust one person. I think you don't get by unless you trust one person in Survivor.
And open and share everything with them.
You have to at least find one person.
Yeah, I would say I agree with that.
Yeah.
Then Nate catches an octopus, and that thing was huge.
Didn't it try to bite him?
It like wrapped around him.
It was like, I'm gonna take you out. Yeah. You try to take me out, I'll take you out.
With all of its brains.
Yeah.
Because they have a brain in every. They have 8 brains, right?
They have nerves.
Oh.
We're basically walking around octopuses on top of skeletons.
So they don't have 8 brains.
I mean, I don't know if they have 8 brains.
I'm going to Google it, because I can't be giving out false information on here, you guys.
Did you watch My Octopus Teacher? Is this where you learned this?
Part of it.
Got it.
Do octopus have
Whoa, watch how you spell
brains.
8 brains.
They have 3 hearts. And they have 9 brains, because in addition to the central brain,
arm has a brain.
Yes, each arm has a mini brain that allows it to act independently. So
that's like your central nervous system.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, so you have your peripheral nervous system, which is your arms and legs, and then you have your central nervous system. And so anytime you feel sensation, it shoots it up to your spine, which is your central nervous system. If something were to put hot, though, it doesn't go straight to your brain. It just goes to your central nervous system, and then that is a reaction to pull away from the heat. So it's like your spine is your first reaction.
That's why you have to get the epidural when you have a baby in your spine.
Why?
Then, right? Because that's your central nervous system.
I haven't learned that much about that stuff, but I know that
you let me know.
Reactions of like hot, or like if you get injured and you pull away kind of thing, that's your central nervous system taking over before it goes to your brain.
You're smart.
That was a really good segue or something.
So they get this octopus, and then Parvati's like, oh my God, an octopi? Wow. That's like amazing.
Yeah, nice way to flirt, Parvati, just with what you got.
You're
like,
it.
Whoa, did you just grab sand in between your toes?
God,
that's so cool of you.
Do you just breathe over there?
Billy's like, look at my sand. And she's like, get away.
She's like, Billy, you're not even here anymore. You got voted off the island. Damn it, Billy. Then we go into an immunity challenge. And basically in this immunity challenge, they're clipped together by a rope, and they're carrying 15-pound sandbags. And then they have to race through the water.
Try to catch each other, so starting on opposite sides of a circle.
Yes, so they're around a circle, and if you get tired, you can hand your bag off to someone else. But the first team to catch up to another team and tackle a player wins.
Yeah.
And it ends up 4 guys in red, 4 guys in blue against each other, and then ultimately the
red is with Cowboy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yul tries to fight him off like a stud,
but I don't think that their what's it called? Their plan was not good, because the plan was like the girls do a lap and then they give off the weight, and then that slowed them down, and that's what made them lose, because the guys took over too soon rather than the girls trying to hold the weight as long as possible.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That could be. I don't always pay attention to like the strategy of the game, so that's where you'll come in. I
think it was noticeable when all the girls at the same time of the red were like, here you go.
That's kind of true.
So, yeah. Did you watch the episode?
I even took notes.
Got it.
So Yul tries to like fight them off, like, I'll fight you off as they catch up. But ultimately, Rero wins, the blue wins, and they get to pick a person, which ultimately they'll save from Tribal and send to Exile Island, and they pick Candace.
Yeah. Get out of here, Candace.
They're trying to save her from getting voted off.
I know.
Parvati and Jonathan, was it Jonathan too, that was like, all right.
It was Adam.
No, it was Adam. Sorry. They were like, Candace.
I could see how you get them confused. One is Jewish and the other one's a really hot guy. Okay.
It's only episode 3, child. OMG. Oh my gosh. Okay. So they pick Candace, and then Red, knowing they have to go to tribal tonight, they're scrambling. And Flicka is not agreeing with what Jonathan, Hot Fedora, I'm going to call him Hot Fedora Jonathan.
Hot Fedora Jonathan.
Because you just said he wasn't hot.
No. He is older. He's like in his 50s.
50-year-old, when you're 50, you're still going to be hot.
No, I think when you're 50, you're not hot. You're attractive. You're handsome.
Oh, you
in 20s,
grow
you're hot.
Out of hot.
Yeah, you become handsome, you become stoic, silver fox, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
In 20s is like, he's banging, he's hot.
He's banging.
He's probably, look at that 8-pack.
Is that what I said to you?
No, that's what Chloe said on the circle.
Like, is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh no, she said, I sort of did. What did she say?
This is exactly what she said.
That old geezer. I like that geezer. He got a boner.
Oh, I'm on episode 5. That's
you are?
Why. Yeah.
I gotta start episode 5 after I do my reviews of 3 and 4. Okay, so Red is scrambling. Like I said, Flicka's not agreeing to
Ben
get
says
Cecilia
Mark
out.
Long is still hot. Is Mark Long?
He's 50.
He's fit. Who's Mark Long?
From The Challenge. He was on Road Rules in 1999. He proposed.
I was hoping you were going to say Sugar Ray.
Oh, you thought it was Mark McGrath.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He was on Celebrity Big Brother, though. He's still kind of attractive.
Mark McGrath or Mark Long?
Both.
They're
just not my type.
What is your type?
You.
Yeah, but what? Okay.
Tall, handsome, smart.
Okay.
Your beautiful brown eyes.
Opposite of me. My
jet
eyes
black hair.
Are black. My hair is graying.
It is not. Your beautiful smile, your perfect nose, like all those things. Your will to live.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. I really like your will to live.
It's very low right now, so I appreciate that.
So it's basically between Cecilia and Becky. So the new alliance wants Cecilia out.
Get out of here.
And then Ozzy and the ones that are left out.
Cecilia's Latin, right?
Yes. Yeah. They want Becky out.
Latins are easy to get rid of, man.
Why?
Just that's how it was in this. Latins went home first.
They did. Wait. Well, Billy.
Yep. Now Cecilia.
So they're just not agreeing. And Ozzy's not in this alliance.
Well, the problem is, I think that the problem is that the Latin tribe was a little scattered. They weren't all together kind of thing. And I think the other tribes were like, we're glue kind of
cohesive.
Thing. Yeah.
Well, that's because, when Billy came in, he was like, I'm metal. And then JP was like, I'm volleyball.
Yeah.
And then Ozzy was like, I'm tree climber.
Yeah,
and then
surfer.
The lady was like, I'm cop.
Yeah.
And then Cecilia was like.
And then Billy's like, don't worry, I can build a toilet for all of us.
That was the weirdest thing. But God bless Billy. I wonder what Billy's up to these days. I don't know. So, okay. So then we go into tribal.
Okay, we're
Jeff
at tribal.
reveals that
what?
The immunity idol, if someone has it, it can be used after the results.
Yeah, which I wasn't used to. I was like, that's weird.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, but this was early on before
Have I watched a season where that happened?
I don't know. Did you see? No.
Maybe down the line, but this is I don't know. I can't remember.
This is the first time you had to vote, and then you could use it.
And then you could use it. And then if you use it, the person with the next
votes would go home.
Just like how immunity idols use
now
beforehand.
It's so much better. It's like you think you need it, then you use it.
It's like changes everything.
Yeah.
Where you can just sit back, because before you have to really think like, okay, should I use it? And you waste idols. Mm-hmm. And people will just do things to flush idols out.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you can't even flush an idol.
Mm-mm.
Because they'll be like, yeah, vote me. Fine, I'll just use my idol after the vote. It's crazy. It's cuckoo bananas. Mm-hmm. But I'm here to see how it works out. And then Cecilia is voted out. So there's 5 votes to Cecilia and 3 votes to Becky.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went.
Yeah.
But Cecilia goes. And Ozzy's like,
bye, 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 bye.
Bye, 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 bye. You want to be a fool from you. Just
but
another player. But Cecilia's going home. Ozzy screwed.
Ain't no Latin people playing no more, baby. Bye, 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 bye.
Yes. Okay. So then we go into episode 4. So it ends like that. Like, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart.
White people.
Oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart.
It's like they know all the classic rock songs.
So we go to episode 4, Ruling the Roost.
All right.
Red returns from tribal. Okay. Ozzy feels on the outside losing Cecilia. He's mad. He's big mad.
Yeah. That's his Latin partner, man.
Yeah. And he's like, you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to cook for these a-holes anymore.
Yeah, because he's the man. He's getting all the coconuts.
Yeah. He's
like climbing up barefoot. I wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah. Ozzy's mad. He lost his friend and he just feels on the outs. He's like, clearly there's something going on that I'm not a part of. So then Candace returns from Exile Island.
She's back, baby.
She's back. Flicka asks why they picked her for Exile.
Yeah. And she did the smart thing, which is just played the dummy.
She played the dummy, which is what my grandpa always said. She's like,
I was in exile?
I think.
What?
It was because I was really young.
I think it's because Parvati thinks that I look like you, and she meant to send you, Flicka.
You know how they say all the whites look alike?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like white girls. Who can tell them apart?
Right.
Anyways, these leaves are delicious.
Yeah, these are great. Wow,
rice.
Where'd you get these? I love how soggy they are.
And yeah, she's just playing the dummy, which is the perfect thing to do. And then the guys are sitting around.
Yeah.
And letting the women work on the blue tribe. They're feeling themselves because after their one win, they're like,
great power move.
Got it, dude. So you got JP, you got Adam. Is it Adam?
Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah. And then
Candace's boyfriend on the season. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then who else is on there? God, I already forgot who the hell is on blue.
Don't worry about it.
Then you got
Nate,
Brad, Nate, JP, Adam. They're just like killed it. We won one immunity challenge.
What do we got to do now besides win all the time?
So they start going, guess we're going to do guys' lines because we're just like powerhouse. Yeah. We attacked Yule and Little Cowboy. We're clearly so
Everyone
strong.
Put your wiener in the middle and touch.
They're like, let's cross streams, bro. So the women are doing all the work and Parvati's noticing and the women are noticing like, oh my God, why do we have to do all this stuff? And you guys are over there comparing wiener sizes.
Parvati's smart.
Why are men or some men like
why do we touch
men,
wieners in order to get agreement?
Power. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have to touch each other's wieners.
Why does it have to be a circle jerk session just because you did one good thing?
Because we're the kings. Don't you know how kingship works? Get back to work, Joleen. All right, I'll do it. I'm sorry.
So they're sitting around. They're just feeling themselves. They form a guys' alliance. Boring.
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm sure
I wonder
you did.
why.
Then we do a reward challenge, and it is a rope obstacle course. You have to swim to a decoder in the ocean. You do a rope obstacle course. You swim to a decoder in the ocean.
Swim out there.
And then you decode
it.
A phrase.
Yep.
A survivor phrase.
Yep.
Right?
You're right.
And they're playing for warmth and comfort. That is the reward. They basically get 3 blankets, 2 pillows, and 1 hammock.
How do you share the pillow? I feel like...
Yeah, people share.
Oh, got it.
You take your turns or you share. 2 people do a pillow because they're all cuddling.
Someone would like saliva it all on up and I'd be pissed. Yeah, that'd be you.
It would be me. I was telling everyone how I just drool.
Yeah, you do.
Not all the time, though.
I'm like, Joleen, did you wet the bed? And you're like, I wish. It's just all my drool.
I probably drool every couple weeks. Not every night.
Yeah.
Not every week.
Every night.
But when I drool, I
usually clean you up before you wake up in the morning. Make sure you're not embarrassed.
Thank you for sharing that with everyone.
No problem.
If that was the case.
We have plastic sheets.
For my drool. Oh my gosh. Okay. So they're and they will pick someone, they'll pick someone from the losing tribe, the winners. Well, even though it's a reward challenge,
we'll send them to exile. Yeah.
Oh, this damn exile.
Which I think is smart. I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, especially if there's an idol out there.
Yeah.
But Yule found it. So until he uses it, I don't think there'll be another idol in
I
play.
don't think so.
So then Rero is not agreeing on a strategy during this comp.
No, they're not.
So I2 gets ahead with a great swim and decoder retriever from Ozzy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ozzy, I believe, did Ozzy go after volleyball? Yeah. So it was basically Ozzy versus JP.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ozzy's an amazing swimmer.
Yeah. Ozzy,
he's a surfer.
How's JP going to feel himself so hard when he can't beat Ozzy?
Well, he's like, I can do stuff on land. You guys need me to spike a ball? I'll do it.
Mom said spike. Oh, that's JP.
And then Adam was like, my balls.
Mm-hmm. He's like, no, that's what we do. We're bros. It's a guys' alliance, brah. Okay. So they do
everybody touch nut.
They do get caught up to each other. And then they try to decode. And the last castaway, the answer ends up being, of course, Yule. Zaddy Yule's like, okay, over here. And then you got JP like, trying to listen. So
yeah, they were really trying to
figure
listen.
out keep your eyes on your own page, JP.
Yeah, get out of here, JP.
Dildo. And the answer is Last Castaway is back. Cast one away.
Yeah.
And then I2 wins.
Woo!
So much for the Blue Brawn Boys. I wrote LOL. They send Adam to Exile Island.
That's what happens in this show. It's like they always edit it where people get real cocky and then like whatever they're cocky about comes back and bites them. Either they get voted off or they like lose a challenge. But that's how it's always edited.
The minute it's a thing. It's a life lesson. It's a constant Auntie Joleen life lesson. Never believe your own hype.
Yeah.
You can have self-esteem, but once you start enjoying the smell of your own toots, it's over,
it's
kids.
Over. You're out.
It's over.
People are voting you out.
It's done. It's done. So Adam's got to go to Exile Island.
That's why Billy should have never been really confident in that toilet that he was going to build. He was doomed from the start.
Yes, he was doomed from the start. And then,
I just want to be the guy's like, all right, guys, don't worry. I know where to shit. I'll provide that.
I got it. Don't worry, guys. We're going to shit there.
I'm going to hit a stick with bamboo, and that's our shitting stick.
Yeah, he did. I think he did have a shitting stick. It was crazy. Okay, so back at camp, Ozzy decides to be super fisherman because he's like, JK, I'm going to feed these assholes.
Well, that's the only way you stay in is if you're a provider.
Yeah.
No one's going to vote you out if they can't fish.
No, and he says he feels powerful doing that. Like there's a power.
I would try to do that.
Being the sole provider.
I would like to be the fisher guy with the spear. I think that'd be cool.
Well, we're going to Minnesota this summer and we're going to
I'm not getting in the water.
Cabin.
There's some bacteria in there. I'm getting my brain.
But you can just start with a pole.
No.
Practice fishing.
No, I'm already
in the boat.
I already have a pole here. We installed it and you won't let me dance on it anymore.
I wish you would get a dancer pole and want to dance on it. That would be my entertainment. I would be going on Instagram Live going, who wants to see Hype Man Husband Chell dancing on a pole?
Oh my God.
Would you ever?
What?
Can we get a stripper pole?
Are you dancing on it?
No, you will dance on it.
Why do I have to dance on it if you won't dance on it?
Because I just don't feel like it. But you would be good on it.
No, then.
Okay.
No, because then I'd be like, I got to get lessons. You'd be like, who the hell's coming into my house dancing on this pole? And I'd be like, I got to get lessons.
But Ebony's saying, but they just use him. I do feel like Ozzy, he gets used a lot.
But, I mean, when you're playing Survivor and you don't feel like you have an alliance, you should totally shift to providing as much as possible.
It's kind of like
doing all the work because then people won't kick you out.
They did the same thing to Rupert, though.
Yeah.
They would just he would do before Rupert took kind of like dark Rupert. Remember there was a period of time where Rupert all of a sudden was, even on Heroes versus Villains, it was a little different side of
Heroes
Rupert.
versus Villains was weird because the heroes were all sniffing their own toots.
They were, and the villains were like, calm down.
It's just a show.
And they're like, we're heroes. It's like when you tell people they're heroes, they take it.
Do you guys want a piece of chocolate before the thing? Colby don't eat chocolate.
Colby say no chocolate.
Yeah, nobody.
That was the worst season I've ever seen. Colby must have been depressed. It was like Colby was Buffy Summers from Buffy the Vampire Slayer in season 6, going through a depression. He was having a rough time or something.
He kept being like, guys, we don't have to talk about this. You vote me out tonight. And every time they'd be like, I guess we're keeping going.
Yeah. And then his brother came like, hey, Colby, I'm here. And he's like, what are you doing? Like when they're doing
yelling at his brother.
It was just so mean. Yeah. I'm just like, Colby, get over yourself. And that's the reason that they did shitty that season is because they didn't eat chocolate. You should always take chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so the Blue is bummed that they lost. So Ozzy's catching all these fish. Blue's bummed that they lost.
Yeah.
After
they eat awesome.
tooting their own short horns.
Yeah.
So Volleyball, aka JP, is being controlling and bossy. He's laying there telling the women and people how to work and asking people to wait on him. Mm-hmm. And Parvati's like, I don't like it. That doesn't fly with me at all. And he's like, Parvati, hand me that over there. Guys, do this for that. It's like, who does JP think he is, Mr. Volleyball?
It's really hard because I would be like, I don't think I'd be like that, but I would be like, hey, will you hand me that thing while I'm working? And maybe maybe I asked the wrong person at the wrong time, and then people be like, man, Chell is bossy, you know?
But you wouldn't just sit. He sat back like a king, just like, give me this, do that, just giving direction. You're like, oh my God, Volleyball, calm down.
Calm down, Volleyball.
Get out of here with that. So Parvati is not happy about that. So she showcases to us her flirting with Nate. And this is how she's going to infiltrate this guys group that is clearly formed. And the women see it. So she flirts with Nate. And Nate says in an interview that she's his ace now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's working. And he is divulging information. He's just spilling.
Which is the worst thing you can do in Survivor.
Hey,
person I haven't talked to in 14 days. What do you want to know? Everything? You got it.
Everything about my game?
Yeah.
Here you go. But he's spilling because he's just like, I'm in love. Then it's challenge time. Or no, I'm sorry. Not a sad part happens that I didn't really want to talk about, but we have to talk about it.
Okay.
So Cowboy, who normally I'm okay with Cowboy, whatever. He climbs a tree because he's like, I feel so silly. He climbs this tree looking for, they see a bird. He thinks there's an egg up there. He knocks the bird nest.
Because he wanted the eggs.
Down for the eggs. And guess what's inside, guys?
A baby bird.
A baby bird that was just born.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan, I believe, picks it up and almost starts crying. And he's like, this baby.
Which is weird to me.
Wasn't it Jonathan that almost started crying?
Yeah.
He's like, this baby was just born.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Why?
Because it's like we eat eggs and then it's like all of a sudden it's like
we don't eat baby birds.
Yeah, but that's what an egg is. It's like, I guess it's not, what's the word?
It's not information.
Yeah, like, it's not becoming formation. I get that, but it's still like, what do you think an egg is if it gets laid? It's basically baby chicken. So it's like, you're upset about it actually being born compared to when it's in the egg. It's like, that to me is kind of hypocritical.
I don't understand. Were they going to eat?
They wanted to eat the eggs. Yeah.
Why? A bird egg?
Yeah.
That's not a chicken.
But it's a bird egg. You could still eat it.
Does it have yolk in it?
Yeah. They're all the same.
I want to be a vegan.
Vegetarian or vegan? Which one?
Vegan. I didn't think about that.
Will you cook vegan food for us then?
Okay, so my whole life, this whole time,
I
didn't really think about eggs like that.
You didn't think about eggs like that? Where do you think the eggs come from?
I didn't think they were babies.
Okay, so when a chicken lays an egg, if a rooster's around and the rooster gets it on, then the egg can become.
But the eggs we eat is not a baby.
It's not a baby because they're not.
We're just eating chicken sperm.
No. That comes from a rooster.
We're eating chicken ovaries.
Yeah, no, not ovaries. They're egg.
Oh, chicken eggs. The eggs that.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't helping.
Yeah.
This is really okay.
You gotta know where your food comes from.
Shit, and Vince is like really listening to it. Okay, I'm like willfully ignorant about that stuff.
You're willfully ignorant.
I am willfully.
Yep.
As long as they're cage free. And the other stuff, grass-fed, I'm like, oh, awesome. This is so humane.
So, yeah, if the rooster's not around, it won't turn into a baby chicken. It'll just be egg.
So they were hoping that was the case with this bird.
But this is in nature, so I don't think that would be the case at all.
It's not fertilized. So that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's the proper term. Okay, we eat chicken, period. Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, exactly. Kiki's right. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
You know,
that's what I was thinking of when I said when you drop your,
yeah, once a month you have it, but chickens have it all the time.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Do you want to eat an egg?
No, we just had egg breakfast burritos for dinner.
Yeah.
And they were delicious, but now I've just ate a chicken, period. So.
With a piece of bacon on it, which is pork butt. You know where they fart?
We got to be vegan. Can we do it?
If you cook, I will totally go vegan.
I don't like cooking.
Well, you're not cooking. You're not cooking any animal product. You're just cutting up vegetables and putting it together.
Okay, we'll talk about it. We've tried veganism before, and it was.
But I was the one doing all the cooking. I'm just asking you to take over for that.
All of it?
Yeah.
No.
Who made the breakfast burritos?
I married you because you're such a good cook.
And I married you because you clean, but sometimes you don't clean.
I like when you do stuff, but I'll think about it. Okay.
Just make a meal a week and see how
that
feels.
It? Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, that's easy.
I thought you meant like every day I have to cook.
No, we share. You can't clean all the time. I get it. You're busy, so I pick up for you afterwards. But it's tough when you're making all the meals. So
I think it would have not looked good on network TV for anyone to eat a baby anything. Yeah,
I agree.
It's not naked and afraid. Exactly. No, exactly.
They're not going to eat the baby chicken, but at the same time, they're up there to eat the eggs, and those eggs are fertilized if they're in the nest already. So to me, it's like they're just.
That was so stupid of him to do that.
It's like the hypocrisy of man, right? It's like, oh yeah, I could eat a hamburger, Jeff. I'll eat as much as I can. Oh, baby cow, you're a horrible man, Jeff. Why would you offer that? It's just like, that's the hypocrisy.
We're hypocrites for sure. But I am going to probably continue.
Kiki for free said, have I ever plucked a chicken? It's too real. No fish heads, no full hog.
Ew.
I've never plucked a chicken.
No.
I totally would. I've cooked a whole chicken.
You would pluck it?
Yeah, we eat that.
Oof. That'd be too hard for me. I was just saying, I'm not judging. I'm just like,
okay.
I can't
You go to McDonald's.
No.
Yes.
Sometimes.
You get the 2 cheeseburger meal.
Not a lot.
Yeah, but you don't even know what's in that patty.
Garbage.
At least if I plucked my own chicken, I would know where that chicken came from. I would learn that.
I was just telling someone this. How garbage am I that I'm constantly like being like, my body won't get thin and stuff. But it got me through a pandemic.
Yeah.
It helped me to survive a global pandemic. And how did I treat it? I decided to reintroduce McDonald's into it.
Well, you don't do alcohol. You don't do drugs. So
I have to have some kind of drug, and it's going to be now McDonald's.
Everyone leaned on something, and some people were like, I'll just work out and get jacked. But we weren't like that.
We should be like that.
Well, that's not who we are as people.
It's not.
So we just ate. That's all. It doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. It's just like we all have our comforting mechanisms. Yeah, I haven't seen my dad in a year. Well, it's like
over a year.
And for you usually see your family like 6 times a year. So you only saw them once.
I'm obsessed with them.
So it's like, of course you're going to do something to like comfort yourself. Yeah. Don't blame yourself. Like the more you blame yourself, the more you're going to go back into the pattern of doing the thing.
Then tonight I'll be like, oh, maybe we should just get some Mickey D's, even though I've been really good.
I've been trying to finish this so I could go get a Knish at Trader Joe's, but they're going to be closed by the time this is over.
Oh my gosh, we got to call our dietitian. We got work to do. Okay, Joleen, you can make smoothies. Yes, I could probably do that. And Ben, I'm sorry, said I will never eat eggs again. And Ben, Dream Sketcher, Joleen's expression.
It's not about not eating eggs, Ben. It's about respecting the food of where you came from and respecting the sacrifice that is given to you. That's all.
Aww.
It's like you can't feel guilty because it's ultimately that's how our ancestors survived. You can make choices to eat better, eat more vegetables, be vegan, yes. But if you do have to eat meat, you just pay your respects to that. Like you just don't treat it like trash. You don't eat half the steak and then throw it in the garbage. You use all the food. Because ultimately, like the disrespect comes when we waste so much. When we buy those vegetables that stay in our fridge and then we throw them away still in the bag. It's like, that's the thing. It's like that's how wasteful. Much water and how much manpower it took to do that one thing just for you to just toss it in the trash. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So you just have to respect everything you buy.
That's I think Ben might just be grossed out.
Got it. Chicken period.
We ruined it. Sorry, guys. We ruined it. We got off topic. But Cowboy does feel bad when he does this because they are able to put the baby back in the nest. But what will happen with a lot of like birds or different species, if they have a different smell on them, the mom might never come back to the baby.
But that wasn't the case in this thing.
We didn't follow up. We didn't get a follow up.
Oh, got it. We need a bird interview.
Could somebody
after they do the cowboy and is like, hey, I felt really bad. They got to cut to the bird. And bird's like, that was horrible. What'd they do? They just come into my land and they take over. They want to eat my children.
Typical human bullshit.
Yeah.
Producer Ben, we got to hit up Jeff Probst and be like, we need to update on season 13.
Yeah.
Bird in the tree. The baby
I know
bird.
This is almost season 50, but please go back and add. There's got to be like a grandbaby there that knows the story.
What happened to that bird? So Cowboy feels bad. He says he's really humbled. All right, but just don't knock. Just don't do it. Don't go climb up a tree.
Okay, if you're starving, I'm pretty sure you're going to be climbing up a tree.
But like Nunya said, this isn't Naked and Afraid. They got rice. They got things. You got coconuts. You got fish. Ozzy's catching all the fish.
Yeah.
So you're good.
I don't know. I see why Ozzy did it. He wanted to be, and he even said this, he wanted to be the champion. And if you bring back something to the group, then people are going to like you and they won't vote you off.
Well, then what? Ozzy's already bringing fish back. You don't need this bird. He was just being silly.
And he's got to compete with Ozzy. Ozzy's bringing all the fish. If you bring a couple eggs, you're like, whoa, that guy brought eggs.
Why do these dudes want to compete? You're on the same tribe.
Because if you don't compete, you're going to get sent home like that week. That's why they got to keep being like, yeah, Ozzy brought fish, but guess who killed the calf with his bare teeth?
You're like the Richard Hatch. Didn't Richard Hatch catch a shark? I think he caught a shark.
Somebody
caught a shark. Yeah, like little shark was like, got this shark.
Yeah.
It's just like you always see dudes doing it to like, bigger than my ween. I want some credit,
What?
So.
I mean, you have to do something to stay in.
Yeah.
If you're there the first 3 days, you're the one who makes fire, then you're the cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or they'll vote you, or they'll treat you like they do Ozzy, or they do Joe is like the new school, how they treat. And I don't think you've watched any seasons with Joe yet. He's problematic outside of the game, but inside of the game, he is someone who's just constantly like a workhorse for the tribe. And then they'll use him to win stuff and eat and do all this stuff. And then they're like, bye, Joe. See you in your perm later.
Yeah.
They kick him off.
Yeah.
So, but, all right. So here we
back to
Got to get back to it, guys. That got
done.
me really far off.
Yeah.
Immunity
Chicken
challenge. They have to assemble a stretcher puzzle. So a literal puzzle that a puzzle that becomes a literal stretcher in the jungle.
Yeah.
And then they run to the beach to save another tribe member and then place them on the stretcher. So they save them from the water, right? And so I'm trying to remember how exactly it went. Okay. So then they bring them to the beach, and then the 3 remaining tribe members, so it's like a rescue challenge, must make a rescue fire. And this is where I think I was confusing the reward and the immunity challenge. This is where JP, aka volleyball, really shits the bed on this one, because there's a point where you have to go out, and after you assemble it and you run from the jungle, one person has to swim out and get your tribe mate that is like tied up on a post, untie them. And JP had to go untie Parvati, and Ozzy had to go swim out and untie Candace. Well, Ozzy kills JP.
He's a surfer.
But JP
he's built for the water.
I know, but he's like, he talks such a big game. It was so nice for me to see him just get smoked on this.
You like that?
Oh, I love when a cocky dude gets smoked.
Yeah.
There's nothing I love.
That was your
more.
tea and crumpets. You're like,
that's my porn. I swear, like that. When JP, I see
failure,
when I see a cocky guy
get enough
eat crap, it's like just licking your fingers of like. You would like ribs or something, because you love ribs. It's your favorite.
Yeah.
It's like, no. So it'd be something like that. Speaking of veganism. All right. So Kristina sits out because they have more players than Blue. So it's Ozzy versus JT, like I said, for running, swimming, releasing tribe mate. Ozzy is killing volleyball's ass.
Okay.
Cowboy, Jenny, and Becky then have to make fire.
Okay.
And Cowboy has a very strange way of a method, but it works.
It works.
And it's
people count him out, and then all of a sudden he's back.
Exactly.
Baby.
And now it's that thing you'll kind of see at Final Tribal, like the Make Fire Challenge, where you have to burn the rope, and it totally works. And the poor other tribe, they can't get it together.
No.
And they don't even light a fire. And Stephanie's in that one, and I forget who else, but I think it was 3 women. And then Jenny cut her finger. We see blood, but I don't think get a follow up on that. Hopefully she's okay all these years later. And then Rero, like I said, can't seem to make fire. So the red tribe wins immunity. And I ask again, what happened to the bronze squad? It only lasted 1 comp. These guys were filling themselves, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now it's over. So then Rero's back at camp, and Stephanie does a move you should never do in Survivor. She feels like she's the weakest link, so she's like, hey, guys. She tells the tribe.
People do that in weakness, though. Like, you lose, you're not providing anything, you're all in your head, you got low self-esteem. That's when you come out and you do that stuff.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't do that stuff.
Just keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. Talk to your one person, like Chell said, but don't share that with everybody.
Put your head in sand and scream.
Because they're waiting. Chell just taught me about screaming into stuff.
Like, you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. I was like, screaming to the pillow, and you're like.
No, you had a towel.
Yeah, I was like, my scream towel. And you're like, this is dumb. You do it. And then I did it. And you're like, I was right. It is dumb.
No, I laughed. I thought it was really funny. I like to throw things. That's what I prefer. But I could see how the scream towel would be better, healthier.
You're throwing your breath into a towel.
Throwing my breath into a towel. Exactly. Okay. So Stephanie tells them, it's me. I caused you to lose the competition. I understand. I'm the weakest link. And then the girls walk away, and they talk about that if they lose Stephanie, that this will make them weaker. Because the guys are like, all right, Stephanie's gone then. There we go. Chop, chop. Everyone else do work.
It was the minority girls who put that together.
Yeah. Not Parvati.
No.
So this
is where I was like, oh, this is where the Girls Alliance comes in. And I was like, oh, it's no,
it was women of color.
Yeah, it was women of color.
So Rebecca and Jenny talk about aligning all the girls.
Yeah.
So they are the originators of this Girls Alliance. I wrote on my notes, love it. Exclamation point, exclamation point,
what
exclamation
about the
point,
dude
exclamation point.
alliance?
Hate it. Exclamation point,
what
exclamation
about the Girl Alliance?
Love it. Exclamation point, exclamation point. So Stephanie.
What about the Latino Alliance?
Love it.
But they're all dudes.
Hate it.
Wow.
I like it a little. Stephanie regrets saying that, and then she tells the cop, the cop woman, and that it was a moment of frustration.
Yeah, and then she gets put under arrest.
Yeah, then the cop's like, "You're under arrest," and she's like, "Oh my God, calm down. This is Survivor." Then they all talk about a girls' alliance, and I get so excited because almost all the girls except for Parvati at this time are talking about it.
Yeah,
and they talk about taking out JP, and I'm like, "Yes, please take out volleyball. I can't deal with volleyball anymore. I don't care. I'm over him.
His pecs are too perfect.
No,
perfect pecs.
Nothing about that.
Perfect pec JP."
However, the cop worries that Parvati won't be on board because Parvati
is not a girl's girl.
Is not a girl's girl. She thinks because she's with Nate. She thinks she's going to run back and tell Nate, which isn't a bad read because
it's a good read.
That happens a lot
in
most reality shows. This is how the girls' alliance are brought down by one dummy. Just look at BB21 for an example. You had Isabella.
Yeah,
her dumbass went and told guys and people, and so it's like that's how you bring down a girls' alliance so quickly, and it sucks because it somehow always happens in the women's alliances. So that didn't stop Jenny from going and talking to Parvati, and then Parvati admits to Jenny that it may not be in their best interest. I'm like, Parvati, come on, I know you have it in you. I've seen so many other seasons.
This is her first season though.
Yeah, and she's not sure if she's going to be on board.
Got it.
She's going to think about it. So then they bring in Brad instead. They're like, all right, we're bringing in Brad. Even though Jenny's like, I don't fully trust Brad. But I guess the cop and Stephanie are like, hey, Brad, what's up? Do you want to help us? And Brad's like, yeah, sure. Sounds like
Brad's
he's chill. He seems pretty chill.
Yeah.
But Jenny's like, I don't know, because I don't completely trust him. But it's Survivor. You're not ever going to completely trust anybody.
You just got to throw stuff out there sometimes.
Yeah, you got to see. You got to take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. I'll spread my wings and
I think it'd be funny if we get everybody on Survivor to vote Jeff at the first tribal council. I think that'd be funny to do.
To vote Jeff?
Yeah, like if I was on Survivor, let's just all write down Jeff.
I bet you at one time Boston Rob.
Yeah.
Talked people into doing that. And they were like, oh, come on, take two.
Yeah.
Take two. I can see him doing that.
Laughing.
And Jeff's like, oh, Rob, because Jeff is in love with the Alpha Dudes early season. Jeff's just like, they talk to me, Colby, Boston Rob, they're my buddies. Like, poor Jeff. He seems like that nerdy kid that like didn't get talked to by the cool guys. And now he wants to. He's like, roast me next. That's funny, Rob. He really kisses Rob's booty a lot. Okay. So tribal... So tangents. Tribal council. Jeff asked Jenny if there's a leader on the tribe. Now Jenny says, no. JP thinks he's the boss, but he's not. Now don't you think a lot of times with Survivor, these tribals, you can out your own game. Jeff will put you on blast.
You out your own game, and you're also trying to convince other people to vote with you. And I'm sure they're a lot longer than what they do on the show.
I love Tribal. Do you like watching Tribal?
I like watching it. I just don't like when they're like, you can vote now. And then I fast forward and I'm like, okay, who'd you vote for?
Yeah, I don't need to see them walking up, holding the signs. I love when, wait till you get to like newer seasons. Have you seen a season yet where they stand up and whisper in each other's ears?
I'm in the teens.
There are so many seasons of Survivor now where people get up and they're like, Jeff, we need to, and then they're whispering and things are changing. And it's like the most exciting thing you've ever seen on television. I'm like, look at this. I got goosebumps.
Are you okay?
I get excited.
Are you drooling again?
I get excited about these damn shows.
You were drooling again. Sorry.
Thank you. Can you get it?
Yeah.
Can you get it? Collect it? Okay. Okay, so Jenny outs JP, and then JP says, I don't tell people what to do. What are you talking about? I'm volleyball. I'm team volleyball. I just talk about bump set spiking. Whatever. Yeah. But JP instead agrees with Stephanie that they shouldn't vote out someone just for being weak in a challenge because he was just weak in a challenge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my God. Then Jeff reminds them that if you have a hidden immunity idol, you can use it.
After the vote.
Then JP all of a sudden becomes nice as he's voting out Stephanie because he has no idea that he's even going to be.
See, he's a cool dude. He's like being nice. He doesn't know he's being ejected. He could have been mean. He'd be like, thank God Stephanie's leaving. She's weak. You know?
He says, I think you're a wonderful, beautiful person and you'll be with me the rest of this game.
Yeah.
I was like, where did this dude come from?
I told you get edited weird, man.
Yeah, maybe they just caught him when he was like manstrating.
Sometimes they say in the reunions, it's like, well, I didn't get Rupert's edit, but
Rupert, yeah, because there's times when the more seasons you watch, you'll watch Rupert and you'll go, oh, he's kind of he got a little anger.
Yeah,
in him. Good guy, but got a little anger.
When he yelled at Johnny Fairplay, that was fun.
Oh, I like when he yelled at Johnny Fairplay. But there's other times that he's angry, and other contestants on Survivor have mentioned.
I'll have to check it out.
You know, I'm not trying to do a expose Rupert Party, but I think he's more aggressive than they lead him to be. Okay, so then JP gives that nice vote, but then it comes down to only 2 votes for Stephanie and like 6 votes for JP. So basically everybody votes for JP except for JP and Nate. Even all the other dudes.
That's why I think being a provider is the smartest thing, because you're not at camp all the time. If you're at camp all the time with other people, you're going to annoy somebody, and then they're going to start going for you.
You don't want to go off too far in newer seasons where people think you're looking for the idol constantly, even though everybody's looking for the idol. But you don't want to be gone too long.
I would just be like, I'm over here, guys.
Yeah, I'm pooping. I'm at the pooping rock. I'm pooping again. I'd just be like, God, Joleen poops a lot. I poop all the time. I'm very regular. That's what I would tell people. Okay. So one person, I thought it was funny, drew a volleyball on their vote when they wrote his name. They wrote JP with a volleyball.
They do that, yeah.
Like, that was funny. Remember when, what's his face? Captain Hook? Not Captain Hook. What's his name?
Cowboy?
No. He's in
Kobe?
Heroes. No. Heroes. Coach.
Rupert.
Coach.
Coach.
Coach would always write like a number or something in the corner of his. So you knew it was his.
Yeah.
So then it's a blindside. I love a Survivor blindside. Do you love a blindside?
I mean, I think it's good, but I think that the show kind of hints at who's going to go home.
They do. If you follow the edit, they'll kind of, but sometimes you really can't tell, but sometimes you can. But I love when they're blindsided. Mm-hmm. He's like,
their expression.
Even after when he got interviews, like, I didn't think that I had, what? I love that. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And he said, wow, he got up. He goes, wow, holy crap, you guys outwitted me.
Yeah, which is the way you should play the game. That's like the hard part, is you remember it's a game, and then like if you do lose or something, you should be like, wow, that was a great game you guys played. You know, it shouldn't be like, F you, or, you know, like, because that's sometimes people go through that.
I mean, sometimes
I see that in the circle.
I can see why people do that. But in this case, it's like they got you good. They didn't do you dirty. No. They just blindsided you. You just thought you were safe, and you should never think you're that safe.
Nunya says Nate is so hot. And I agree with that.
It's done. Nate is so hot. Nate is very attractive.
Yeah, Nate's a bae.
Yeah. Nate's a bae.
And he's got great handwriting. Thanks, Ben, for writing that. You're right.
Yes, does have great handwriting.
Brad is fine too. I totally agree with that.
Johnny needed yelling at. He's incorrigible. Yeah. I think Johnny Fairplay is so gross. I can't believe he has a podcast network. It's on YouTube. It's called like Not Safe for Work.
I'm right after China. He's on a fans versus favorite season. I gotta watch that one next.
So yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh, you have?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but yeah, I
you
can't
already
stand have. Johnny Fairplay.
You already have.
I loved when Sandra was like, stupid ass. No, that was about, what's his face? The little guy. Russell. Me and Chell will just be taking our walks at night.
Russell's Nephew's season.
Oh, it's so bad. It's good. And then
we got to get her out of here. She's too hot.
Me or Chell will lean over. We'll go, stupid ass. Like, I love
tempting me.
Yeah, Russell's nephew's season where he's like born again and the girl on his tribe is too hot and he's like, I'm trying to be good. It's like, there's nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
Control your boner, bro. I mean,
do you have a boner?
Yeah, I do. Ladies have lady boners.
Yeah, but do you have a man boner?
I have a lady boner, which is even harder to control.
You can't really, that's not true.
You don't know, you don't have one.
Yeah, well, you don't have a man boner.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And I'm so glad I don't. Well, since we had all this boner talk, that will do it for the Married to Survivor podcast for this Monday night. We wanted to give you guys a little taste of what we do every Monday night at 7:30 for Patreon only.
Yeah, we're on Patreon from now on, so come join us there.
Did we mention we're on Patreon?
And you're doing the Circle on it too, so you get Circle news, you get Survivor news.
We're doing me and Nana Patreon only live streams will be there.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, then as the Circle wraps up, I'll go on to a new show, so there'll definitely be perks there for supporting. And
what show are you thinking about?
I
Big
don't know.
Brother's starting soon. I don't know if you'll be able to do a new show after the Circle.
Well, yeah, I'll have to give my patrons something to. We'll still do Married to Survivor, and then I'll probably add something else, or maybe some extra lives with me and Nana, stuff like that. There'll be some fun stuff. I want to make it worth your while, you guys, because I appreciate you guys supporting.
I'll amazing. Support. That sounds like fun.
Do you want to sign up?
Yeah. Okay. Where do I sign up?
Patreon.com/Joleen Xchel.
Is that with HTTP in the front of it?
It's HTTP.
Can I get the full email
address? HTTP:// Patreon.com/Joleen Xchel.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Ben, you're so funny. I'm gonna try to convince my parents to get me on Latreon. Yeah, you're gonna get on Latreon. Patreon.
Can you give away a membership?
Yes, Sandra did yell at Johnny, which was hilarious because he got scared and ran away. I don't know how to give away a Patreon. I got to figure that out because I should gift someone, do some kind of contest and gift someone a Patreon
just a month
subscription.
And let them check it out.
But I don't know how to do it. Like how I can get them.
I think you Google, how do I give away a membership?
Okay. Chel's going to look into it.
I can't.
And we'll get back to you.
Sorry, I got a chemistry test too.
All right. Well, there you have it, you guys. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you want to, feel free to hit us up on Patreon and we'll be here every Monday. If not, I will be back, or I'll be on Sarah's channel tomorrow talking about Big Brother.
We'll be back on Wednesday.
We'll be back on, we're going to do Wednesday now after Busy and my Sip and Key.
Oh, you guys go for a while. I don't want to interrupt that. Thursday.
Let's keep Thursdays.
Okay.
We're going to stay on Thursdays. Chell and I are covering up the remaining episodes of The Real Housewives of New Jersey from Married to Bravo, which started all of this Married to stuff. He loves it. He loves it.
Help.
We started Married to Bravo back in 2017. Can you believe it?
Yes.
That was so long ago.
It does feel like
hold my hand.
It doesn't feel like that long.
Yeah. So after Jersey, then we'll be covering New York. So it's a lot of fun. And then let's see, Wednesday Sip and Key. You got a full week. I'll make sure to put a schedule up on my social media. I'm trying to get better about that.
Welcome to JTV, Jolene's channel.
Joleen TV. So make sure you're following me at Joleen Lenzer on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Chell, do you want them to follow you anywhere?
No, please. I'm heading in a bad direction.
How about your Twitch?
No.
Chell Rocks.
Please.
Okay. How about your Insta?
No. I don't even post there anymore.
How about your YouTube?
I don't even post there anymore.
You will be posting your animation soon.
I am? I better start drawing something.
No, you got episodes coming up.
What?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Never mind. Don't support Chell. Chell, what days do you stream? Ben's asking.
Right now, Jolene's using the computer during the day, so I'm just trying to kind of correlate
you can do during
schedule.
The day.
I just don't want to interrupt you because I know you're working. So
no, it's good.
I'm just trying to figure it out. So Ben, I will be streaming in the middle of the day. It seems to work best for me. Mm-hmm. I just have to get my schedule. I'll probably be live for sure on Wednesday, and then on tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to try to get on, but no promises. But for sure Wednesday.
All right, cool. So Chell will probably end up doing it at least a couple times a week and just stream fun stuff.
I just got affiliate, so.
Yeah, so did I.
Nice.
I just signed up for it.
Way to go.
So we got to put our little emojis up on Twitch.
I do have to do that.
It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like on your way out. And any other words you want to say, Chell, before we leave?
Poopy butt, poop pee pee. Poop pee pee.
All right. We are two professional comedians. Good night.
This ain't over.